Yes, my consultation with Mike TV was on point. He was very thorough. He was very sincere, and he really knows what he's talking about, and he knows history. And I do feel comfortable that I met him and that I was able to do this consultation.
A slave is a slave.
So knowing that the people that you claim were already here, like the black indigenous people versus the African slaves that were brought over here, wouldn't those two groups have different justice claims as far as like the reparations, you know, argument in terms of what people are making?
Can you say that again?
So knowing that the people that you claim were here before, the transatlantic slave trade, like the people that the black indigenous people that you said were here, wouldn't that be a different group from the African slaves that were brought over here in terms of the reparations claim?
How would that be a different group if so many Black Native Americans were reclassified as Negro and other slaves and placed on plantations?
Well, because you said they were
So
already
hold
here.
on, Dre. It's like this. It's like this. It's like this, right? It's like this. Let's say Mike TV is an African slave on a plantation, and because of that, I should get reparations. And you know what? There was another slave alongside me, and he was misclassified as Negro. People thought he looked just like me and my African brothers and sisters, and his name was Dre, but he was Aboriginal. Well, you know what? Since Dre was on that same plantation working for free 99, Dre would still be entitled to reparations, right?
But different types of reparations.
Why, if you were a slave on a plantation, why do we need to discriminate on what reparations package you get on? I don't understand that. A slave is a slave.
But you said that there were already black people here, so that you said they're indigenous, like they're Native American, right? Most Native Americans would sign peace treaties and they would do other things versus other people. So I'm thinking like,
I don't know what you're talking about now. Now it just kind of
didn't
seems
they
like
sign peace treaties?
nonsensical rabble.
Didn't they sign peace treaties like the Native Americans that you claim to be a part of?
I don't know what you mean with this claim stuff. Who's claiming to? Who am I claiming to be a part of? I don't get it.
Well, you said you're a part of the Muskogee tribe, right? Or maybe
Sir,
got a membership.
sir, I am a Native American. The government recognizes that designation. All my documents have that designation. Matter of fact, I just left the reservation where I got a discount at the dispensary because I showed my citizenship. So, goddamn it, if you're gonna continue to be on my stage getting so much free game from me, then you can stop with this whole tongue-in-cheek, oh, you claim this and you claim that. I mean, I've already got enough out of you that I need. We've already answered about 5 of your questions or so. So, guys, I'm going to give you the luxury of choice as always. When I'm met with such continued disrespect, I like to give an ultimatum. And the ultimatum that I would think that I would give this man is he either needs to either refrain from referring to my Aboriginal lineage altogether, or when he references it, he needs to stop using the word claim and he needs to identify me appropriately. That's the ultimatum I want to give him, but I know if I give him that ultimatum, he's going to act like a chicken and he's going to flee the stage. So, guys, here's what we do. Although I am a prideful man and I want to stand on business and give him that ultimatum, if somebody drops a 5 on the Cash App or the PayPal, I will refrain.
Just finished my consultation with Mike. A lot of information in a short period of time, but it was very valuable information. I'm definitely excited to get started searching up my genealogy. He's been an awesome resource, gave me a lot of information, a lot of things, a lot of pieces to the puzzle I didn't have. He was able to help me find them, and I 100% recommend Mike and his services to anyone who's looking to crack the code, so to speak, on their genealogy, because there's a lot of how we say fake news going around with this subject, and it's very important that people are able to put the pieces together, because if you don't know your history, you don't know your future. So 100% sign up.
I'll just hold my tongue. I'll let him rock out. We'll answer 5 more of his questions, and you guys can continue to be entertained by his ignorance. So go ahead and drop 5 if you would like to continue to be entertained by our resident court jester, or don't send a 5 if it's cool for me to just give him that ultimatum that we know he's not going to accept. And while we wait to see what the audience wants to do, let's go ahead and I think I feel like listening to a little tune. That's what I'm feeling like. We'll be right back, guys. All right, guys. The Roman Colosseum has spoken, and they say off with his head. So, sir, you're not worth $5 to my audience. So, we're going to go ahead and give you an ultimatum. If you want this conversation to continue, albeit briefly, you're either going to refrain from my indigenous heritage altogether, or you're going to acknowledge it in the correct, respectable manner. What say you, sir? What say you?
I don't mind respecting it in a manner, but how do you want me to respect it in a manner?
Oh, you don't have to throw claim in front of it. Since we know it's not a claim, it's a reality.
Okay, so the people you come from, so I didn't use the word claim, so the people you come from, wouldn't they get a different...
Are you talking about my tribe?
So would
Do
your
you
tribe
maybe
get
want to
something
rephrase
different
that and
versus...
say my tribe? Okay, there you go.
Or wouldn't your tribe get
what's your
something
question?
different than the people who descend from the African slaves that were brought over?
I don't understand your question. Not all
Like,
of
would
my
it be
tribal
would it...
members were slaves. So what are you talking about?
I'm talking about, like, would they get different set-asides based on the fact that they were two different groups?
Would who get two different set-asides?
The people you come from.
All right, guys, I'm just gonna try to get to a conclusion with him because it's just I'm just losing brain cells talking to him at this point. Sir, it goes like this: if you were a slave in America, regardless of your ethnicity or heritage, you should be due reparations. Whether you are a European that descends from the 300,000 European slaves that came over, or whether you're an African and descend from the 300,000 African slaves that come over, or whether you're a Native Black American who was reclassified and placed on plantations, regardless of your ethnicity, your phenotype, or your DNA genetic makeup, if you can trace your lineage to a slave on an American plantation, then you should be owed reparations.
I was just saying, would they have different types of... I didn't say they wouldn't deserve it. I'm just...
You tell me, what
different
different types of reparations do you think people should receive, sir? You tell me.
I would say, like I was telling you before, Native Americans typically sign peace treaties with the United States. That was the typical agreement with them.
You're not giving an answer. Make it simple, give it fast, make it quick. You're pondering over whether certain slaves should get a different form of reparations. So tell me what the difference is. Should African slaves get 400,000 and Native slaves only get 200,000? What the fuck are you talking about? Plainly state what the difference in reparations package is that you're proposing.
I don't know the exact number on that, but what I'm
saying... Then
saying...
you don't know what you're talking about. And maybe what you should do, since between our last interaction and now, you did a little bit of research and tried to come a little bit harder than before, you still got swatted down like a fly. I mean, you're still not a worthy opponent. But if you take a moment and if you do some more research and if you come back a little bit better, a little bit stronger, then maybe you can do good on your third try on Mike TV.
Hi, my name is Vishelle, and I came across Mike on YouTube showing some historical information about how, we're not all from Africa. And of course, it got my attention as I've been doing my genealogy research for a little while, but I hit a brick road and I needed more help. So the consultation that I had with Mike, it was great, very informative, showed me a lot of history that I was unaware of, and it's made me more aware of what I don't know. So with finding him, I'm pretty sure that it's going to open up a new door, information about who I really am, who my lineage is, and I'm excited to get started. I'm so happy to have found him, and I recommend him to anyone who may have hit a brick road, who is interested in, going a little bit further than they may have been able to get, or just to find out the truth about your ancestry, contact him.